Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to episode 35 of the radio podcast. As always, my name's Niall. Joining me is the bald bearded bruiser, Bobby Boucher. This week, I have been playing some Armored Core. Bobby has been playing some Age of Empires. We have some thoughts on the Gamescom that happened this week, God of War Ragnarök DLC and more. So, first and foremost, Bobby, have you taken any Fagra this week?
I have not.
Okay. How many pills did you buy in that Fagra, by the way?
I think it was 10.
Okay, well, you have 9 sitting ready to go.
Yeah.
Ready to be used. Well, how's things anyway, Bobby? How's your week been?
All good. Quiet mark. Quiet in the game front.
Mm-hmm.
Easy week.
That's all. That's it.
That's pretty much it. Apart from last
I
night.
haven't really been doing much. I actually have nothing new to add at all this week. Actually, I can't even remember what I've been doing this week. Mainly just playing FIFA and obviously Armored Core over the weekend. But last night you went to N-Dubs, so tell everyone. If anyone's not aware, Bobby, why don't you tell everyone who N-Dubs are? Critically acclaimed band, but tell them a bit more about their music style, please.
English rap, hip hop, dance kind of fucking thing, maybe.
Back in the terrible.
Yeah, it was like what? I would have listened to them right enough back in.
You listened to them?
About 15 years ago, there was like 2 or 3 songs that I liked.
How good were they?
See, if you were an Endos fan, they were good.
All right, okay. So you drove down?
I drove, yep.
Who all went?
It was me and Dammy in my car, and then her cousin and stuff. They got a separate lift down, so I didn't have to bring any of the drunk ones home.
So where did you get the tickets from? Because you were throwing them out like fucking sweet tea. You were like, "Now, do you want to go?"
I think that was her friends had like spare tickets and stuff like that there, so she got her ticket. I was back when they came out, and the plan was her sister and Fallon all was going, so I was like, right, I'll go because I don't want you going by yourself and looking like a dick when the rest of them all have their partner going. And then her sister ended up just going to Mallorca instead. So
then we're going to Mallorca.
I reserved the ticket. She loved it. She really enjoyed it. But it's not for me.
Was she vlog?
No, she didn't even drink either.
Oh, but how was she? And then obviously, was it busy or was it quite quiet? Obviously, it was in Custom House Square, which is like outdoors, isn't it?
It's outdoors. It's a lot smaller than what I thought it was going to be because I've been to like say Boucher Road and stuff for M&M, and it's obviously fucking massive. But it was a bit.
Was M&M on Boucher?
Yeah, he was in Boucher.
Fuck, I can't remember.
Fuck, it must have. I don't know.
There's one in 2011. I think it was like Banger. Yeah. Remember?
Oh, was it Banger then?
It was Banger. Remember?
Well, then that's the one I was at. Yeah,
that's where I was. Fucking everyone was there. It was crazy.
It was amazing.
I don't really like concerts. They don't do anything for me.
No, it's not for me. Like we realized when we were old because she was like, "Do you reckon they'd let me in with my fishing chair?" And I was like, "No." And I said, "Should I bring an umbrella?" So I don't know. There was not one other person with an umbrella there, like, so I'm glad I didn't.
What was the average age?
Do you know what? There was a lot of older people there, and it makes sense.
Like, N-Dubs.
Yeah, so there was a lot of young people there as well. To be fair, but most of the men were at the front, so they must have came really early and got in the front row for some reason.
Weirdos, just to see Talisa.
But they were good. They were good. Like there was a balcony, so there's actually in Custom House Square. There's apartments to the left hand side, so they pretty much get a free concert every time someone's there.
Yeah,
and they were all out fucking going nuts, giving the 90, partying, and your man Dappy actually went off and went into the apartments and was hanging off their balcony singing.
Oh, I'd hate that. I fucking hate concerts. Honestly, it's a good stand there, and you're like, okay.
Yeah, it's not for me. That's why I says next time we'll go out like to something like that. There, we'll maybe do like a comedian in the Odyssey or something.
Years ago, we went to Oxygen. Did you ever hear this?
Yeah.
It was fun enough actually, because anyone who's not aware, Oxygen is like a festival down in the south of Ireland, outside Dublin. We went in like 2011. It was me, Johnny. Steve was actually supposed to go. Don't know if you knew about this, and he went to a Christian rock festival just before it and was burned out.
Oh, the fucking Bumfest. That's what I call it. Summer Bumfest.
Summer Bumfest. Bible bashers. Yeah. But Steve gave us his ticket and we sold it for like €200, and it was mad. Like, I don't like not washing, and they actually had like fucking showers and all down there, but at the same stage, so we went down, tents and tents and tents, just rows of tents, wet. And then obviously what happened is people were taking shites in the portaloos and they were just overflowing and everything. And there was actually a day where we went into like the local town, and there was like a toilet in a restaurant that everyone was going into, and I mean you were pooping on top of people's poop. It was like just like a poop fucking tomb or a poop pyramid coming out of the toilet. It was disgusting. It was great though. And we poop. Because bear in mind, you're pooping in a porta potty, so at least having it your own thing. It was, but fuck me, it was dirt.
No, it wouldn't be for me. Like,
it was great though. They had Beyonce was playing. You had Coldplay. You had Swedish House Mafia.
Like them.
You had tons of bands. I was on MTV during Tiny Tempa. You just zoomed into me and I was looking about, clueless.
Tiny Tempa was good.
It was weird though. I think I never went to a concert before, and then I went to one, and then I ended up going to like 10 concerts within the space of like 2 years.
You know, I think I'm too old or something now. Like I was standing there, everybody else was dancing. I'm just standing there, popping my vape, sober as a judge, just waiting for it to be over.
Do you like football matches? Have you went to a proper match?
I haven't been in years, actually. Well, I'll not say actually because it's a stag, so I'll not say that. I'll tell you after the show, just in case anyone listens.
Okay, but you've been to Rangers, I take it?
No. You'll not believe the one I've been to.
Who? Celtic?
Yeah.
Why'd you go to Celtic match?
Because one of my ma's ex-fellas, big Celtic fan, he took me over. I think he didn't like me, like, so he probably done that on purpose.
Did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed the actual match, like, and the atmosphere and stuff. It was good.
So it's funny enough because the first time I ever went to a match was 2021. I was only started watching football in 2019. Or 2020, sorry. Chris Cooper's wife asked me to go to a match with him because he was going to go anyway. Mm-hmm. But all he wanted to do, it was actually Ronaldo returning to play for United. He wanted to go over to Manchester and watch it in a local bar because of the atmosphere. And fuck. I said, I'm not going. He goes, if I buy your ticket and the hotel, will you go? And I was like, okay. And I was off for the week anyway, so I was like, right, whatever. Mm-hmm. It ended up happening that he ended up getting tickets. They were like 300 quid, and he was like, you can have one. I did give like money, but like, so I went over and I was on Sky Sports News. You've probably seen the video. So I was there. It was over. Now I was obviously a Spurs fan, but I'd only been watching football like five months at the time. I was over wearing a fake classic United top for the crack, and Sky Sports came over and started interviewing him, and I was like, oh, I love Ronaldo and all, but I was like, I didn't have a fucking clue, but it was great crack. And then the next month I went to Celtic, and yeah, it's all right.
I was actually talking about that yesterday to Tammy. I want to go over with like Greg and all. They always go over for the Rangers matches.
Yeah, they're much easier because they're like a 1 day trip and you're back. Obviously, you get the boat over in the morning, go over, and then you come back
at night or whatever.
Yeah. So obviously to get more into gaming chat, maybe no one wants to hear about N-dubs or fucking Celtic and Rangers and United. I have bought the 1 terabyte SSD, which is nice. 70 noop. Had her installed, very easy to install. It's just nice having actually a hard drive. I used to delete fucking tons, so I have fucking COD and everything there, and it's plenty of space. That's nice.
I mean, I got as soon as they enabled us to be able to do it, I went and got one. Like,
better than that cunty Xbox with a proprietary. Am I joking?
It is.
Actually seen people.
And it isn't. It is. It's cheap at the start. Yeah, it's cheap. It's way cheaper now, so it's way better. But in terms of at the start, everyone was like, "Oh, Xbox has this here." Now, bear in mind, I bought it at the start for Xbox. It was 220 quid.
Ooh, for a terabyte.
For the 1 terabyte, I usually go all in like when I'm buying a console at the start. 220 quid for 1 terabyte. They still haven't really come down in price, which is the big issue. When now you can go, you near have to get 2 terabytes now for like 100 quid. I think I did. I think it was like 115 or 120 or something I paid for the 980 Pro 2 terabyte one.
Jesus.
Which is fucking insane price. And then it's not that hard. People were like, oh, you have to take the whole PlayStation, but you literally slide it open, you pop the wee cover, and you put it in.
No, it's piss. That's fucking piss.
It's easy, and then it formats, and then that's it, good to go.
Yeah, no, it's piss. I don't mind. I didn't mind it too much with the Xbox. So I was never one to upgrade my SSD, but things are coming. They're just going to get bigger, aren't they? Like the games, like there's Armored Core is 60 gig, and if I'm right in saying Elden Ring was like 35 to 40. So
I don't know. I thought it was bigger than that.
No, I think Elden Ring was quite small. I'm just going to Elden Ring PS5 size. So yeah, it's 44 gig Elden Ring. So even Armored Core, it's 60 gig. So there's an increase of 15, and then obviously
Call of Duty Cold War was over 200.
Fuck. And then FIFA's a big beefy as well. Do you know what I mean? So if you want COD, you want FIFA's it was always kind of you had to. I always constantly had to uninstall COD. Like,
I hate that.
so
That's why I always get extra storage, no matter what.
yeah,
It's not even that I need to play everything. It's just I like just having stuff there that I know that okay, I probably will play this at some point. I just like having
yeah,
stuff there.
yeah. I was always deleting shit anyway, but then obviously it's nice having that, and I've got my wee charging docks, which is something that I will always buy from now on. Like, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ, how did I know?
it's a
Yeah,
lifesaver. It's just so easy, especially if you've got two controllers. Pop one
yeah.
in, and obviously the PlayStation battery on the DualSense isn't great if you're actually sitting playing for a long session. So
So
just pop it in.
how much storage do you have on your PS5?
I have 2 TB, and then I've got just whatever's on it, 812 or something.
So why were you looking at more
For the computer,
Oh, okay.
I just thought £70. That's one of them ones that you're like, fuck me, like I can't really say no to that, can I? Might as well just get it
Yeah,
for 70
it's
new.
good though.
That's one of
980
the best
Pro.
ones you can get. There is obviously the newer ones now, the 980 Pro and stuff, but in terms of speed and all, it's one of the best you can get. And then a lot of these new games come out require SSDs, and obviously the better SSD you have, then the better experience you're going to get when you're playing it.
I'm worried about optimization in these next gen games. I'll talk about Elden Ring, or not Elden Ring, fucking Armored Core in a minute. And what else is there? It's kind of was there
Well, there's
something else that came out
actually
recently? It's about
there's kind of there's Baldur's Gate and stuff that's in the news we're going to talk about the Series S and stuff.
yeah.
So there's that. Well, actually, we'll talk about that.
Let's get into it anyway. So, rumor, item one. Oh, sorry, item one's not a rumor. Item one's Gamescom, opening night live, which I personally didn't watch. I've seen some of it. I was playing FIFA at the time, and I was like debating and
Priorities.
watching it. Do you know what? I don't know why I didn't watch it. I was kind of like, you know what? I knew it was going to be quite spacious, and I was like, I'll just watch the clips back.
2 hours.
Fuck.
It was
I think
long.
was it Tuesday night it was out?
Yeah, Tuesday night for us.
See, I'd worked late, I think, and then I was like, fuck that. So that's probably why.
7 p.m.
So what was your thoughts on it? I can't even remember what was announced.
Overall, it was
yeah.
pretty decent. Like,
Okay, what was the biggest thing shown? I can't even remember.
So I've got the page up, so we'll kind of go through it. We got Starfield live trailer, so it was like a live tease, not really anything much from it apart from just getting that hype level up a wee bit. Todd Howard comes out and he talks about it a wee bit about the gameplay and stuff like that. Then there was the guy. He played the piano. He's like the musical man for it, musical artist for it. He came out and played the piano. I don't think anybody really liked that, to be honest. It was a wee bit weird. That's not my kind of thing. We had Rebel Moon. What
I've
is
seen
this?
I don't know. I've seen Zack Snyder come out and be really awkward. Like he just seemed really awkward.
Yeah, so it's Netflix movies coming out in two kind of parts. One's coming December, one's coming April.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had Modern Warfare 3 gameplay. Did you see this at all?
I've seen some of it. I can't even remember. I watched it the other day though.
Looks phenomenal.
Campaign? Are you talking more? Is it?
It was campaign. Yeah, I was kind of gutted we didn't see anything in the zombies because I am pretty hesitant. I'm glad there is zombies, but I'm kind of hesitant on it because it's not just traditional Black Ops zombies that I like. They're going kind of open world and stuff.
Now, the campaign. Did you play Modern Warfare 1 or 2's campaign?
No, but I think I will. I think I'll do Modern Warfare 2.
I just concur less about the campaigns these days.
But
it seemed like the only Russian where they're on the plane, but they were on the plane at this stage. Did you see that?
In the trailer?
Yeah. Was there a clip they were on a plane that said only Russian or something?
Oh, I can't remember.
There was a scene, obviously it was a callback to actually the fucking actual Modern Warfare 2's mission. I think. Hopefully I'm saying the right shit here. I haven't watched Modern Warfare 2's trailer. But I'm pretty sure there was, and it was like, oh, that's cool. I like to see how it goes. But
so the actual mission structure now is going a wee bit more open and choice with the way you can tackle the missions. You can do things completely different. So it's not full on linear for the missions, which is a wee bit different.
That doesn't appeal to me.
Yeah, it's a wee bit different. No, I don't think so.
Because I like that shit.
Yeah. It looks good visually and stuff like it. It looks fantastic.
Okay, and what else did we have?
We had I'll make 2. Don't really need to see any more of that there. See, there's games. See the games like this here. Like they keep showing stuff.
What game was it?
Alan Wake 2.
Alan Wake 2. Okay, yeah, I'm not even interested whatsoever in that.
We don't. It's these games. We just don't need to keep seeing stuff. Like we get it. It's coming out. It's releasing October 17th.
Yeah.
Or no? Did it get delayed?
It got delayed. Long,
Yes,
what?
it's
Yeah, I
like
got
I think
delayed.
it's 27th now. I got delayed to 10 days to kind of
Right.
move out of the way for Spider-Man. Visually, it looks class. Like it looks phenomenal, but I don't really need to see any more. I'm kind of past that point. All these games keep showing and showing and showing. Like, just I'm happy
Mm-hmm.
enough to wait. Diablo 4 Season 2
Yeah, seen that.
looks pretty cool.
What is the changes?
Season of Blood it's called, so it adds vampire hunter companion and like vampiric what do you call it, skill sets and stuff.
You
But
any interest going back to the Diablo at all?
this one might interest me because it's vampires and stuff. I do like vampires.
You know, looking back at Diablo now, I'm really actually disappointed on it all. It's kind of like,
I'm really
didn't.
disappointed with the end game stuff, like, and the fact that the season. Now I know this is just traditional Diablo. You have to roll a new character, but like I wasn't. I would rather just continue to explore with my own character, but I can't because if I want to get any of the seasonal stuff, I have to roll the new one.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't think I'll ever go back to Diablo 4
Yeah,
at all. It's
it
just a bit.
looks good. Like if you're a Diablo fan, like the vampire stuff, it looks pretty class.
Um, there was other. What else was shown actually? Because there was something I wanted
We
to.
got
I literally had it
another
in my head.
Mortal Kombat 1 trailer,
I'm just staying clear of that.
which looked fucking class. Like, so I've kind of went from I don't think I'm gonna get it till I'm definitely getting it now.
Oh, I think fuck.
Yeah.
Say not the bad.
Oh,
Save me money.
you says, oh, I'll get Baldur's if you get Mortal Kombat. I was like, right, okay, I'll get it if you
No, you
want.
didn't say right. Okay, you didn't say right. Okay to that. But I will get Baldur's. 100%. Definitely getting
We got
Baldur's.
Tekken after that. Got a release date as well.
When? What is the release date? Just out of interest.
22nd or 26th, sorry, of January. It's 22nd if you get an early access. Pay
Okay,
for the
I'm
beefy one.
actually. I would be interested in Tekken. I actually
It
really enjoy the style of combat
looks
in that.
good, but they've got this kind of wee. Do you know the way Street Fighter done it? This kind of wee arcadey mode where you have like a wee avatar and stuff.
No, I don't like that shit.
They've got that in it as well, which I don't like. That's why, for me, Mortal Kombat's it's the king.
Yeah, see, Street Fighter, I have a really bad. Like, I don't know. I don't like the vibe. That's kind of the way to say it. It's
Mm-hmm.
like the whole menus and the way that it just feels like. Ugh, I don't like it. Don't like the vibe. Then that's weird. Like sometimes you'll actually play a game and you just gel with. You know,
Yeah.
you just like, oh, I like this, even though it might not the game might not be great, but the style of game, like, okay, I can look at a trailer and get into it. So Mortal Kombat 1, I haven't seen even much on it rather than the original trailer and a few fights.
Oh, it looks so good. We got two new characters here. We got Sindel and
Yep.
General Shao.
General Shao? Was that Shao Kahn?
I think so, but it's a young
Young?
Shao
Oh, because
Kahn because
he's not a
because
Khan then,
he's
he's a
not the
general.
Khan yet. Yeah. So
Okay.
he's quite young. So it looks it fucking looks class, mate. I'm not even gonna lie.
What date's Mortal Kombat? 9th? No, the 19th, isn't it?
19th, I think. Yeah.
Okay, you're definitely buying Mortal Kombat?
Yes, I'm definitely getting that
Happy
because I've got
days.
what have I got? September. We've got Starfield, obviously Friday. We've got Lies of P. It's on Game Pass, so don't need to buy
Is that
that.
Friday?
What Starfield?
No, Liza P.
No, no, no.
Middle. That's 19th,
It's
isn't it?
it's the 20th.
20th, right? Okay.
Yeah. No, this
Wondering
Friday
then.
we've got Starfield, but we don't. Well,
Yeah.
we're banning the early access thing. Then we've got FIFA. When's that?
20th. I'm buying early access
20th.
on that.
So we've got FIFA, Lies of P, and pretty much and fucking Mortal Kombat, and within the same like 2-day radius.
Like I don't think I'll be
But
depending on
that's fine, I think.
Starfield. Depending on Starfield, I don't know if I'll play. I'll buy Baldur's. I don't know if I'll be playing it in September. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I probably want to. Well, my save comes across.
Save comes across, so you can maybe you can chip away at it, like
Uh,
depending on what the vibes are for Starfield.
yeah.
But moving on, we got Assassin's Creed Mirage, another trailer. Didn't
I've
need to see
seen
it.
that. I didn't watch anything on it. I was like, I actually don't want to see anything on it. But trailer look good.
Yeah, it looks good. Then I don't need to see any more yet again. We've got Cyberpunk.
This is something. Cyberpunk's been playing in my head because I have it on PlayStation, but I also have a PC. And I'm like,
Oh,
I
PC.
played
It's like
Cyberpunk.
it's meant to be so good now on PC. Ray
I
tracing and all.
played. I played it last year when it came. It got re-released.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of with the patch and all. It was all supposed to like touted this is it.
Oh, so you have it in PlayStation?
Yeah.
Sometimes I have it.
Yeah.
I haven't
But I
played
don't know
it.
if I would go back to it. I don't know. I'm kind of like should I go? But I feel like it maybe
It's kind
didn't
of
give it
it's
enough.
revamped a whole lot of stuff. So we've got here's the kind of points from it. We've got dangerous new district, dozens of new story quests and gigs, vehicle combat now, mounted weaponry, revamped police system, combat AI overhaul, Endless dynamic events and missions, redesigned cyberware and perks, all new relic skill tree abilities, increased level cap, and 100 plus new weapons, cyberware and fashion.
What a flop of a game in the grand scheme of things.
Mm-hmm.
The hype for that to then be like fucking come out. I remember that coming out, mate. Like bought it, put it on, heard it was
That's right.
obviously the reviews all were saying it was great. So we didn't really think
Reviews
it was
were
gonna
on
be shit.
PC. That was
And
why.
then I remember putting it on, mate, and within the first 5 minutes, you're down at like a car park underground, and the police come,
Yeah.
but the police started glitching through the walls at me, and I'm like, what the fuck? I had to turn it off, and actually, I refunded it on
That's right. I
PlayStation.
remember that. And then sure,
Fucking
PlayStation
ridiculous.
just took it off the store.
Yeah,
That's
ridiculous.
crazy. After that, we got Sonic Superstars. Any interest in this? No.
Is this more like Mania style?
It's
Is it not Mania style, but graphics overhaul? Like it's just classic Sonic style?
yeah, it's classic Sonic style with the kind of visually up to our standards now. It's 4-player as well, which kind of a lot of emphasis was on that there in the trailers.
Nah, to be honest, mate,
I don't
I
like
always
Sonic.
play it. I always put it on. I'm like, and then I never play it again.
Yeah.
You know, I played it as a kid.
It's coming out October 17th, right? It's not even changing its date. Like it's just coming out between fucking 3 days from Spider-Man and Mario. It's fucking insane. Like, we got.
I don't know, Mario. I'm kind of like,
Mario looks. I don't know. I think I'm too grown up for Mario now.
I don't like that style of Mario. And to be fair, even the 3D Marios these days, I don't really like. The last Mario I really liked was Mario 64.
I like 2D Mario, so that's what's kind of. But see, they're putting a lot of. It's co-op, and on all the trailers for the Mario, they've showed a lot of co-op in it. But the thing is, you can't actually do co-op online on it. It has to be local, which is
co-op wears me out.
Like stupid.
Yeah, fuck that.
Like, why would you do a full-on co-op Mario? Like, yes, you can do it solo, but why would you do that there and then not have online co-op? Like, that's just
there's online co-op on the other ones, even the 2D ones.
Yeah, but there's not on this.
That's strange. Very strange. Is that confirmed? Like, there's gonna be no.
Yeah, that's confirmed. The co-op is local.
Don't get that at all. Doesn't make any sense.
That's beyond me. Then we got Sonic Frontiers DLC coming out. That's like Super Sonic.
Decent game.
Now you played it. Actually, you actually played a bit of that on Xbox.
Decent. Yeah, I don't think it did review it in this, did it? I maybe did. It was probably like one of the first ones. Very bad review.
Skipping that sort of shit. Little Nightmares 3 announced. It's one co-op.
See Little Nightmares, you ever tried it?
I tried the first one.
Yeah, they're like there's games. Limbo was on 360, and Inside I'd played that. Yeah. That won loads of awards. It was the guys who made Limbo. Actually pretty good. It's that style of game, isn't it? It's like just
kind of side scrolling.
Yeah, side to right, but puzzle platforming.
I think it is Supermassive doing this.
Right. Strange.
Instead, yeah, I'm near sure. Let me just double check that there.
When you hear Supermassive, what do you think?
What do you call it? Them, what do you call them kind of games?
Man, I just think like fucking. Yeah. I just think of like filler, like just random, like not saying show work. I mean, it's shit, but I mean just a lot of crap thrown out.
Yeah, so they've done Until Dawn, Quarry, and Dark Pictures, and they're doing
the Quarry. Never even ran to that. We obviously got that, and no one's ever tried it. But I tried Until Dawn last year. It's all right, but then I got bored and turned it off, as I do.
As you do, yeah.
So Little Nightmares 3, what else is there? Is that the end of it, or have we got more?
Black Myth, Wukong. Did you watch the trailer for this?
I didn't watch the trailer. I've actually watched gameplay though.
Oh, it looks so good.
There was 15 minutes as well. Yeah, it does look good.
That looks really good. It looks really fucking high quality. It's running on Unreal Engine 5.
Be fucking running that PlayStation on fumes by the looks of things.
Yeah. But it looks class, kind of Soulsy style from a developer in China. I think it is.
From Alarm Bell, so like it looks good, but then you're thinking, is it gonna be good, kind of thing? Because it's just random dev, isn't it? They had no previous games.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just a random dev in China.
Yeah, they all love trying to do a fucking Souls game, like.
Don't even know.
But
Warhaven.
Did we get a
medieval?
Did we get a release date on Wukong?
No, it's next year. That's all.
All right, okay. Warhaven Medieval Fighter. What's that about?
I don't know. It's like a 16v16 multiplayer thing. It's not really my cup of tea.
You know, I probably should have watched this show. I didn't even think about the podcast when it was on. I was like, it'll be some fucking random stuff that'll have random wee trailers.
Yeah, it's like a 16v16 kind of multiplayer battle, similar to what do you call that other one? What do you
What?
call that big one? Fucking
Chivalry?
yeah, but not. I think the
Okay.
combat looks a lot better in this one, but it's not really
Mm-hmm.
my kind of jam.
What about you?
That looks shit. Not talking about that. Not talking about that. No, no. Crimson Desert. Did you see this? Like everybody's really fucking hyped on this.
Crimson Desert. Let me see, because
Mm-hmm.
the name's ringing a bell. Crimson Desert by Pearl Abyss. Let me have a wee look.
The combat looks
Okay.
fantastic.
What kind of style of combat is it? Are we talking like Elden Ring, Dark Souls style? Are we
No,
talking?
not like Soulsy. It's like
Please don't say Fantasy 16 or I'll be sick.
no, it was kind of like.
Although how good combat actually in 1 with 10.
Oh, you did like the combat? No, I don't like
I
the
did,
combat.
like, yeah.
Hold on, let me actually.
So the problem I'm having is there's a lot of these random studios, and I'm like, I've never heard of you, and
That's not
that
always
tells
a
me the
bad
type.
thing though.
Oh, okay.
So I got a lot of
It's the
people's
fucking
really,
BDO. It's the Black Desert guys.
a lot of people's really hyped on this. Looking at the combat, it looks class. I'm watching to each other, but now.
So it's the guys who
Um,
make Black Desert. So that's kind of me. It's like it's not for me. With their types of games. Obviously, I'll see what everyone thinks of it.
mm-hmm.
So interesting.
Yeah.
So that's next year, is it?
That is no date. So I'm assuming
PS4 and PS5. Strange.
next year. What else have we got? So we got Age of Empires 4 Shadow dropped on Xbox.
You've been playing that?
I've been playing that there. I'll talk about that later on. I did say, I think it was last week when we were kind of talking about Gamescom, like if they don't show it at Gamescom, I don't think it's coming this year. I'm sure they did on the Shadow Drop. I actually thought it would have been Shadow Drop back at the main
Yeah.
showcase back in E3, but obviously
Was there anything else Shadow dropped?
Humankind on Game Pass was Shadow Drop. Not a new game. It's on PC already, but it was Shadow Drop at Game Pass as well.
Mm-hmm.
Killing Floor 3 announced with like a cinematic trailer. Not really much you can kind of take from that there. Did you ever try Killing Floor 2?
I think it did actually. Yeah. Is that
Yeah.
not co-op?
Yeah, it's kind of think COD Zombies, but a wee bit more intense.
Right. Yeah, I remember
Gameplay
trying
wise,
it.
a lot more gorier and stuff like that. Looks good. Like if it's anything like Killing Floor 2, but better, then I'm happy enough to I'll probably get it. My kind of jam.
Mm-hmm.
We've got launch trailer for Armored Core 6, which we'll get into that later on as well. Korea Motorfest looks done. Fort Solace, official launch
Mm-hmm.
trailer we got. It didn't review very well. You were actually talking about that one last week.
Fort Solace?
Yeah, it's the one with Troy Baker and all them big voice actors in it.
Oh, yes, I was wondering. I was sitting going, what the fuck's Fort Solace? Yeah, it didn't do well then, no.
Yeah, it didn't do well.
Didn't see anyone even
Correctly.
reviewing it. That's how you. Yeah. Ooh, 2 out of 5.
Lords of the Fallen.
Right.
We got extended story trailer. Have you seen much on it? Because it actually
Yeah.
looks really good.
Yeah, it looks phenomenal. I've seen gameplay a few weeks back actually, but I'm hyped for it. But don't want to watch anything more on it until the reviews. Really, I'll see what everyone thinks.
October as well, like so it might be a.
I'll wait for reviews.
Wait for reviews and wait for a sale maybe because there's just too much coming out.
Yeah.
Let me see. Payday 3 official trailer. This looks like a PS2 game.
I'm out for Payday. Like Payday 2, I've done like Payday 3. I'm guessing I'm not going to like, but it's one of those games I'm just like, yeah.
I'll try it. Like I'll probably try it with Kieran and stuff, but graphically, like it looks like a PS2 game. It does not look good at all.
I thought Payday 3 was alright looking back in the day. I can't remember.
No, that's not what this is. Like a next gen or current gen exclusives. Like so, it's not on the old consoles, and this is what they're kind of coming out with. So visually, not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
But apart from that, that's pretty much everything from it. And then you had your wee man at the start that ran on and it says Bill Kitten what's GTA 6. Did you see that one?
Bill Kitten. Bill Kitten. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah. Do you know what? Do you know what reminded me of? Do you remember your back boy when the Elden Ring won Game of the Year last year and the wee guy just stood next to him?
Yeah.
It was just around them.
He was done a whole speech and all fucking, and Miyazaki was just standing there in the back probably thinking like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, he managed to do a speech and all.
I can't even remember.
And until everybody figured out that, hold on, he's actually not part of FromSoft.
Unreal. Unreal. Well, there you go. Obviously, I hadn't much to add apart from being a nodding dog, being like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we do have obviously more news that we'll get into, and also I'll get into my thoughts and what we've been playing. But item 2. So Baldur's Gate 3 is coming to the Xbox Series X in 2023 with a concession for Microsoft. So Larian Studios will bring Baldur's Gate 3 to your Xbox.
You missed the
later
item 2,
this
but
year.
we'll go back into that one for item 3.
I will do that in a second. I was wondering, I was like, why does it say item 3?
Yeah.
The second one. So basically, Larian Studios confirmed that Baldur's Gate 3 is coming out this year. So good news for players who have been waiting for the new Dungeons and Dragons game, as until recently it seemed like they would have to wait until 2024. Larian's making it happen with one important concession. So the Series S version won't have split screen on the lower powered Xbox. That feature was previously holding up a current gen release, but it appears Microsoft is letting Baldur's Gate 3 developers bypass feature priority requirements on the series consoles. On X, the social media platform, previously known as Twitter, Finke said that after meeting with the head of Xbox Phil Spencer at Gamescom, super happy to confirm that Larian found a solution that allows us to bring BG3 to Xbox this year. So funny that Xbox have let it through the priority, whatever you want to say, that they usually are quite probably beholden to. They're just thinking we can't not have this on our Xbox right now.
Yeah.
So it would fucking be a huge loss, wouldn't it?
Oh, big time for it not to come out, because it's obviously going to be a big game of the year contender. I don't think it's really fucking a big deal. Like, everybody's making a big deal about it. Oh, you know, it's not the same version on the Series S. It's shit. But who really plays split screen?
Is it split? Oh, it's the split screen. It's not online.
Split screen. It's a split screen that was causing the delay initially, because Xbox want parity between Series X and Series S. So it's literally just split screen.
I wonder why.
Everything else works fine.
Is it really a power issue? It's obviously CPU dependent, but I thought the Series S CPU is all right. So strange one. But split screen shit anyway. Online, Baldur's Gate's terrible. Personally, it's fucking waiting on everyone taking out ages to make a decision. It's so slow.
The only situation for split screen that I would say is like if you've got, I don't know, your partner or your brother or something like that, and you just only have one console and you just want to play it together, then fine. But
yeah, I'm sure that there's gonna be people who do it. But yeah, so that at least is good. So if you are looking to get Baldur's Gate 3, fantastic game, and you have an Xbox, you may wait.
When do you think it's going to come? December?
December,
something like that.
I'd say
maybe
November,
a bit of
December.
Space between the one space it out from Starfield, I would imagine.
So what was to be item 2? So this is a rumor. God of War Ragnarok DLC expansion is supposedly deep in development for the PlayStation 5. An expansion to the uber popular PlayStation first-party exclusive God of War Ragnarok is allegedly deep in development, according to notorious leaker the Snitch. Should be noted that while there was a period where the infamous internet tipster was flawless, the Twitter account has changed hands. Therefore, the reliability of the source is more debatable than before. Recently, the social media snoop revealed seemingly accurate details about Rise of the Ronin, so it does appear to be familiar with Sony's internal affairs. Supposedly, development is 60% complete, and that a release is planned next year. So, Bobby, what would you like to see from a Ragnarok DLC?
I don't know. I'm just too excited to even think about it. It's actually happening.
Take away from it. Deep in development for PS5.
See, this is kind of like what was the other game? Horizon.
Yep.
They done obviously released both PS4 and PS5, but the DLC was only available on PS5.
PS5. It was doing some shit, wasn't it? That
it was something really to do with the flying in the sky that they couldn't do on the PS4 apparently.
You know, it's a game I have not put enough time in because I didn't even unlock the wee parachute and all that shit. I actually think it to be download there with my hard drive space, but yeah. So a Ragnarok DLC. I think previously you were saying maybe something with Atreus or even just something along the lines of Kratos.
I would imagine it'll be Atreus. I was never going to call it fucking the same way you did it. Atreus and Angerboda. Is that what you call? That's what you call her, isn't it?
Angerboda. Is that not Boda's? Is that not from fucking Jedi Survivor?
Boda. Oh, you thinking of like the hub world city place?
Know your man, the bad guy.
Bo?
Fuck, oops, spoilers.
I don't know.
Like the bad guy, what your mate?
No, I would imagine it's
Yeah,
going to be Atreus and her and kind of going off, and then that'll kind of tie into what eventually the next full on God of War will be. I'd be happy enough
I
for that
don't
because his
know.
combat was good.
I don't know. You know,
What are you thinking?
I could see them doing something totally different because why not? And if you take Uncharted, they take two other characters and just I will do something completely different. What about something with Faye or even Kratos in the time
Uh,
between?
yeah, there was something that I think it was the tier voice actor says like it's not the last you'll see of him either, so that's interesting.
Mm. It'd be we. I don't know. I would kind of like something else, just even build a background or something with Thor. Imagine if you had Thor.
Yeah, or Thor's
Do you know
daughter.
what I mean? Thor's daughter. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to specifically be Kratos or Atreus. You know, which would be interesting. I kind of do world building as well.
Yeah, it would. Anything from that universe, I'm all in for. Like, I can't wait.
Yeah. So
Buzzing.
when do you, the real thing is, if it is real, when do you expect one a release and two an announcement?
I would expect an announcement at whatever the next main or PlayStation event is. We know we've still kind of got
Yeah,
one rumored that's going to come because we still don't know what's coming next year. So if the Snitch is right in saying that it's coming next year, I'd imagine we'll get it. Whatever the next main event is for Sony, I think we'll get it there because I think they're just going to go all out and like here's what's coming.
see, it's a difficult one because I think what Uncharted 4 was 2015, Lost Legacy was 2016, wasn't it? And if you think about God or Horizon, a year later you had the DLC for that.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, God of War's what November it'll be a year old. If it's 60% complete, probably looking like summertime maybe for summertime release.
Yeah, and then we had Spider Man 2018, and then we got Miles 2020.
2020.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that was obviously a good sized game like as well.
That was
So
perfect size game. That's what I always said. Anyway, I wanted like a wee smaller God of War in between whatever, in between Ragnarok and then whatever
Midget
the next
Kratos.
full one. Aye.
Yeah, well, time will tell. So there you are. Bobby
Exciting.
is going to be a happy girl.
Oh, I can't wait.
So item four and the last of the news. It's going to be quite well. I don't think it'll probably a decent sized episode even over this. But item four. Starfield leaker has been arrested after stealing and allegedly trying to sell copies of Bethesda's RPG. So this has actually happened on Reddit. I've been following this. So a man who leaked the first 40 minutes or so of Bethesda's highly anticipated RPG Starfield was arrested yesterday, not for leaking spoilers, but because of the theft of the game. As first reported by Kotaku, 29-year-old Darren Harris was booked yesterday in Shelby County, Tennessee, on a felony charge of theft of property costing $2,500 to $10,000, misdemeanor charge of theft of property £1,000 or less, and another misdemeanor charge of possession of marijuana, per information on the Sheriff County's website. Now, he was uploading. Now, this is the thing was I seen he was uploading video footage from his phone off the
Mm-hmm.
TV while stoned out of his mind, saying, I think he's saying something like that. Todd Hard be hitting different than while it's unclear whether while it's unclear what further legal repercussions Harris will still have to face, he posted 10,000 bail today, according to the Shelby County Sheriff's Office website. Tell you what, I would be fucked if I had to post $10,000. These
Yeah.
American people fucking have money just sitting, don't they? Like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
leaked footage first hit the internet on Tuesday, which was taken from a cell phone and posted to Harris's YouTube account. Quickly taken down for a copyright, but not before spoilers were recorded, screen grabbed, and shared more widely.
All over TikTok.
After some level criticism at Harris for how he played the game, it's supposed to be fun. People were actually, I seen another one today, and people were saying at least a fucking guy knows how to play the game. Like he was supposedly shocking at it. Um, some level criticism at Harris for how he played the game, as much of the footage involved him struggling to grasp mechanics. Care were you playing Starfield? Todd, no offense, man, that's a good game. That's what he said. Perfect timing about leaving the earth and all that. It's pretty good stuff. Pretty swell. Good moves. They were saying I play like a beginner because I'm not a game expert. I was just trying something out. That's a good game. Y'all don't want to miss it. Starfield for real. So Bobby, does this make you more or less excited for Starfield?
I think it's fucking nuts. Like the way he's leaked it and all. Like if we got our hands on an early Starfield copy, would we like it? I probably would. But I'd do it in
Is
a
there legal
way.
repercussions for leaking? There's not.
There's not. Now,
No.
if we got it delivered to us early, that's not on us. But he stole the game. He actually stole the game.
He
So
worked at a warehouse.
that's where it's different because he's not actually being done for actually leaking the game. It's because of
Yeah.
like all the theft and marijuana.
Jesus
So I think
Christ.
if we got the delivery, say we ordered it and we actually got the disc early, like last week.
That's like fair game.
We it's fair game. Like we can leak it. It's our game. We've got it.
Yeah, it's just how
But it
do you
would
get
be
it?
leaked in a proper manner. Like, and that would I would blow us up. Like if we got something like that ever.
It's weird how you can get it taken. If we leaked it, you would get the YouTube taken down for copyright infringement. When it's like, but then you leak it out. If you do it from the 29th or the 30th, sorry, then it's no copyright.
Yeah.
Can you? Is that right? It's weird. I guess it is, but there is another one I seen. It was a guy who was uploading to Reddit today based on his friend, and they actually did show videos. I probably should read some of it actually if I could find it for you, just to give you a wee bit of information. If anyone wants a wee bit of kind of a wee nosy of what actually happened, but basically, there's a few kind of pros and cons. He was saying that one of the things that he was unhappy with was basically the traveling around. There's kind of like 5 places in an area to
I know what you're on about
travel.
here. Like, and people are giving off about it, and I don't think I personally don't think it's bad.
Yeah, and then obviously go into space. He's like, there's maybe not much to do in space unless it's for a mission. But I'm trying to find the actual post. But I think I was reading a
But
lot
see,
of shit.
so that kind of came off, or they got asked, could you explore the entire planet? And they says yes, do what you want. So people were wanting to be able to walk around the entire planet.
Yeah.
But to me, that doesn't make sense because if you're on a planet and you're walking around, it's going to take you forever. And if it didn't take you forever, it would take away the immersion of being on a planet. If you could walk around a planet in 20 minutes, that would take away from the immersion of it. It would just bring the scale completely down. So I think it makes sense.
Yeah, because I'm actually on it.
Multiple stopping points.
So this is the guy. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to summarize because this is the guy's overall thoughts. So, I'll actually read. This is going to be quite wordy, but I'll read it anyway. So he says he's driving right now. I'll read that when it's stopped. Blah, blah, blah. The fact is, you cannot land on a planet and seamlessly explore the entire planet. When you land on a planet, I believe that a square of terrain is randomly generated with activities in that area. Not always, but most of the time. In fact, almost nothing in the game is seamless. Boarding ships is not seamless. Leaving your ship is not seamless. Entering buildings is not seamless. Traveling to a different part on the planet via metro system like New Atlas is not. This is not. This is not some early version of the game. It is clearly designed this way. There's a pop-up when you get to the boundary alerting you that you have hit the boundary of the area that was designed by the developers. It is in fact a lie that you can explore the entirety of the planet seamlessly, which is what they've led us to believe. It is still massive and unfathomably large, but nothing on the planet is existing until you land there. That is my firm belief. Because I've landed directly next to opposite landing zones, the terrain is not nearly the same or similar. What's your thoughts on that, Bobby? So basically saying that when you land on a planet, you can't seamlessly just go around the planet. There's boundaries.
Well, that's kind of what I was just saying a minute ago. Like, I don't mind that.
Now, I'm wondering if that is the handcrafted planets. It's not all. Obviously, there's a lot of.
Yeah, there's 1,000 planets. I would say maybe like 100 of them are handcrafted. If even.
No, that sounds really damping. So this is actually what he wrote after. My overall thoughts at this very moment are extremely positive. It's a massive game beyond. It's a massive game beyond massive. Yeah. I don't even think I've really gotten my teeth into it to realize how big the scope is. My complaints came from feeling like we were misled. I also feel like the fast travel system is a little too liberal to the point where you can accidentally fast travel out of your ship or to locations opposed to walking. But I'm a big fan of simulations, so take that with a grain of salt. It's definitely designed for people who don't have all the time in the world, which I really appreciate, being a busy family man. But so far, I'm loving it. I can't wait to see how much more space combat and activities come into play. Just got into my first fight in space that I could not handle was a higher level ship to get away. I had to select my mission marker that was marked on a planet and jump my grab drives. I had to drop all power levels into my engines and jet out of there. Felt really, really good. Yeah, so I think it's like you can just fast travel from anywhere. Like you can press start and just travel. It doesn't bother me that at all.
No, I think that's
But
great.
yeah,
If that wasn't in it, I would probably be annoyed because you'd probably get annoyed after a while of having to
do you know
manually
what?
travel.
One thing that's kind of starting to kind of maybe put me off personally is all the planets and the procedurally generated. Like thinking, I
You
kind of
don't,
wish you were just on one planet.
you don't have to go to them all.
I know. I'm just kind of
That's the
thinking
thing.
it's like
Do you know what I mean? Like it's going to be about 30 hours, I would say, to mainline it. If you want to just get the story for what it is.
I'm still hyped on the game. Like
I'm super
I'm more
hyped.
now that I'm not going to actually say what I just said. But more now. Um, but yeah, like I think I said this before in the podcast. Procedurally generated things just annoy me. I don't like them personally. I hate them. I had a big problem with that with Bloodborne. I think the Chalice dungeons, a lot of them are procedurally generated. I remember being like, fucking does my head in.
I think a
But
lot of
yeah,
them ones though are going to be the ones that you maybe go for materials, or you go and there's like aliens and things on it.
yeah,
It's
it's
not
obviously
gonna,
optional.
yeah,
It's
it's not
optional.
gonna be the ones, the big main ones where you're gonna meet people and civilizations and story things. Like that's all gonna be done by hand. So it's more just the, going, okay, I need supplies. I can scout this planet out. I think it's gonna be class, man. I genuinely cannot wait for this.
So the only thing do you remember playing obviously Skyrim? I always remember Skyrim, the first dungeon where there's like the Draugr and he's in the tomb and he comes out and you get your dragon shit. Like if that was hopefully there's a lot less procedurally generated than I think, put it that way. But
Hmm.
I'm sure the main stories points they're all handcrafted. So
Yeah, there's a lot that's gonna be
I,
handcrafted. Like it's just, it is just gonna be all those optional stuff.
I think it's
But
just No Man's Sky kind of thoughts
I think
pull
it's
into my head.
no, I think it's different because it's not. Or I don't think procedure generated stuff's gonna be bad in this here because at the end of the day, you're going to a random fucking planet for
Hmm.
maybe some sort of supply or whatever, some sort of material, something like that. There, so you're gonna be in night. I just need to go here. I need to get this and get out. There's
Yeah.
no life on this planet because I think it tells you after you scout the planet whether there's going to be life or what the percentage of life is going to be on it,
Hmm.
things like that. So I'm super hyped. The only thing I'm kind of a wee bit worried about still is if there's DLSS. Now,
Right.
Nvidia or AMD says that it's up to Nvidia whether they put that on or not. So it's not actually, although they have like an exclusive deal, it can still come. So, but there's no official announcement about whether there's going to be DLSS or not. So if
I
not,
really hope this hits. I really hope it's great. It
yeah,
has to be. I'm gonna be very.
I think it will.
I really.
Honestly.
It has to be like. Do you know when you're looking at games to look forward to? I
Hmm.
have that obviously, and then Baldur's I'm not really looking forward to because I have it here, but like it's gonna be long like FIFA and stuff. So it's like I really hope it's
I think
fucking
it's going to annoy
superb.
you that we're on the PC though. I really do.
I'll be all right. Be all right if I really like the game, but if I don't like the game, I'll be like, But
Well,
yeah, so
I am going to try on Xbox first.
this time next week we will have Armored Core thoughts, or not Armored Core, fucking hell. We'll have them. Well, you'll have Armored Core thoughts, I'm guessing, but yeah. So some thoughts on
Next week's
Starfield and if it's hit.
podcast, yes, we will have. It has the potential to keep me up all Friday night.
I would admit nothing could keep me up all Friday.
Nothing's
Nothing.
kept me up in a long time, but this is
Nothing.
I'm
I'm not
getting
even
the
joking.
hype.
You could say Final Fantasy VII remake. I'm still wouldn't have stayed up all night, but right. We were going to go into Core 6 reviews, but I don't want to go in there just yet because I'll keep that until my thoughts. But Bobby, so what have you been at this week? What have you been playing?
Dark Souls.
You beat Dark Souls?
Beat Dark Souls, yeah, because I hadn't actually beat it the last podcast. It was like 2 bosses away or something. So beat that there, finished that up. Really enjoyed it. It's went from like a 4 to a 5. I would say it's a 5 for me.
5 out of 5 masterpiece.
Yeah, that's class.
Like my TikTok video. Funny. So all this shitting on that you've done to me for years on Dark Souls. Oh, it's terrible. No.
Years?
Clank,
We weren't even doing the podcast for a year.
we've talked for years. You obviously said it was clunky, it was shit. And then lo and
Is
behold,
it still
5 out of 5.
clunky? Yeah, a wee bit. Yeah,
But it's a good
combat.
you get used to the
You get
clunk.
used to it. That's what I says because Kieran was like, "Oh, it's old and dated and it's clunky and stuff like that." And I was like, "You do get used to the clunkiness and you adapt to the combat and you know what way it works and how slow it
But
is and the rules and all that other kind of stuff."
when you look back, like in terms of the world building, do you not think it's just
That's
it's
so good.
insane?
That's
Like,
so
see when
good.
you go and play the rest of all the games, you'll appreciate Dark Souls even more. Being like,
Even the DLC all loops in within the DLC, if you know what I mean. Like it all loops in, the shortcuts, there's everything.
DLC was great, wasn't it?
Yeah,
DLC
it
was
was good.
great.
It was
Artorias is cool as fuck.
short and sweet.
But you kind of put me in the mood to play Dark Souls 2, I'll be honest with you.
Wait,
Dark Souls,
because
yeah.
I'm not playing it yet. So you let me know whenever you're in the mood, and we could do it together.
We could do, yeah. Play some Dark Souls.
So,
I actually would play I'm more likely to replay Dark Souls 2 than any other Dark Souls game right now. Like, don't know why.
Whenever you're ready, we can do it.
So, what are you going to play next? Are you going to wait just on the rest of them? There's too much coming out, so you're going to have a wee
There's
pace.
too much coming out, and I don't kind of want to be burnt out on it. Now, I did start or continue playthrough on Xbox as well, and that's the reason why I fell out with my Xbox. So,
before you go any further, right? Talking about Burnout and Dark Souls, 2020 March, I done Dark Souls 1, straight into 2, straight into Bloodborne, straight into 3, all in a row. Yeah,
see, I can see. Like I really wanted to go into 2, but obviously there's other stuff coming out, so I don't have the time and I don't want to be juggling games. So I could probably do it, but at the same time, I've just got that back burner in the back of my head. Like I don't want to burn out just in case I do, because I am enjoying it.
Take your time, but they're fucking great games. So you might as well just take the time. So fill me in. So you fell out with your Xbox. Why?
Fell out with my Xbox, and it's achievement related. So there's an achievement for getting the Lord Vessel, which is after you beat Smog and Ornstein and talk to the big fucking giant Wi-Fi woman.
How far are you in the Xbox save?
Done that. I've done all Honor Rondo. About to go into the painting just.
Do you find it better on the second playthrough?
Yeah.
Like just know where to go and all.
Yeah.
It's
way better just knowing where to go and what to do and kind of doing it in whatever order I want to do it in.
You're a mad case. Replaying it right away. Fucking hell.
I love it. But yeah, so there's an achievement for getting the Lord Vessel, which is basically when you can fast travel. And I didn't get it. And I've played on and I've got other achievements since, and I didn't get it. And I was Googling, and apparently it's an issue with the Xbox achievements. There's quite a few of them that don't pop for Dark Souls until your second or third playthrough. So I got uninstalled, and the Xbox got told to go fuck itself.
What did they do on AoE though?
Then I done the AoE. But speaking of, do you know what? I'll move on to AoE now. Played 2 nights of it.
Right.
Really, really good on the controller.
Even better?
Even better than AoE 2 in terms of the controller. They've added a lot more stuff to make it just a wee bit more smoother. Do you know the way there was you had the wee wheel for your villagers? You could assign them to whatever you want.
Bobby's talking about Age of Empires 2 or 4, by the way.
Yeah,
he was playing AoE.
Yeah.
AoE, yeah.
Yeah. So they've made it better in this one, so you can go in and customize it yourself, and it's so simple. So you can say at the start, I was just doing 2 or 3/3, so we'll do food, wood, and gold. But whenever you move up, you can say, okay, I need more food. You can just go on, click a wee bit more food, and it'll just adjust the pie chart for you. So it's just like a custom pie chart. You just go in, click, click, click. It's so easy, like so much easier to do.
How's it perform?
4K 60, smooth.
Ooh, sexy.
Haven't had any frame drops compared to what I did with AoE 2 on the Xbox.
Is AoE 2 forgotten now?
No.
Why?
Because I still really like it. But I think it's maybe just getting used to AoE 4 because it is a wee bit different in terms of leveling up and things like that. It's a lot easier, I think.
Right.
In the battles and stuff, you don't need as big of an army. You know the way, like, if when we were all playing, I would have had like 120 big fucking elephants coming at you. Whereas in this, you can kind of go in with like 20 elephants, maybe 5 fucking horsemen.
Less epic.
Yeah, so it's not as epic of battles. It's a wee bit easier. Now, it might change as the difficulty goes up. We'll try it on easy. Went into intermediate for that last game, and it was still quite easy. So we'll take it from there. Personally, I would rather play on PC with a keyboard and mouse, but there's no crossplay at the minute.
So who's been playing?
Tim, Ryan, he came on the other night. Kieran and Steve was on, but he couldn't play the first night because he was on PC, and so he had to cloud it the second night.
Oh, is that the way to work around it? How did he find the cloud experience?
All right, he played the whole game in it. Like he said, it was fine.
That's pretty good.
It's a wee bit annoying that there's no crossplay. There's crossplay with AoE 2 at launch. So I wonder why.
Very strange, that one.
I would say it would come, but just wondering why it's not there at the minute. But
Oh,
overall, really good. Class. Visually stunning compared to AoE2. Like,
yeah. AoE2 was great.
mm-hmm.
But I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I was playing it on my own, and then I was think, do you know what? I think it was just a learning. I was like, if I want to get into it, I'm gonna have to learn it all.
There's
I
no
just
point in just
couldn't.
fucking playing it and being absolutely shite.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? There's no point. You can't compete if you don't know what the fuck you're doing. So, but no, even the single player, I think it was cool. They had the William Wallace campaign on AoE2 and all that there. But
So the campaign on this, actually, I'll touch on that briefly. I've tried it before, but so the way it works is, I think the first one's Battle Hastings, 1066. So it'll show you like a wee documentary all in like real time of the battle and what actually took place and what way it went, and then you go and do it
oh,
in
that's
the
cool.
game. Yeah, so it's actually like it's a documentary within the game telling you what happened. So I've done on the PC before I done that, the Battle of Hastings, and then it shows you, where William went after that there as he went up through England, and then the Vikings and all the way
Wait
they get
there.
it to the top.
William who?
Is that not what you call him?
William Wallace.
No, or is it Harold?
I was wondering. I was like, well, was William Wallace in the Battle of Hastings? I watched Braveheart. Didn't see that.
William in Normandy.
I don't fucking know. I did good in history. It's just been that
So did
long.
I. William in Normandy.
Year one, remember? First year.
Loved it.
1066. Yeah. So you've been playing that flat out. You gonna keep playing it?
I probably will. Like, I enjoyed it.
More just, I find like if I really wanted to compete, I would need to really learn it. Like even at the moment, I'm still playing FIFA.
Yeah,
And
William in Normandy and King
William and
Harold.
Normandy.
I was right.
Okay. Like at the moment, I'm still playing FIFA, and it's good. Well, this time of the year, like there's just like I'm packing 99s, like top teams, starting to play with formations a bit more and kind of get a different type of style of play. But it's see FIFA, like you think you know FIFA, but it's so much technical stuff to it, like agile dribbling and combine it with skill moves and canceling and all this. It's like people who are really good at it. It's just a different ball game. Pardon the pun. But I just can't wait. And honestly, I've been playing that and enjoying it, but I'm really looking forward to the next FIFA and just starting Ultimate Team. Like I was playing with Ram a lot, and Ram would be quite competitive. And I said to him the other night, it was like I kept asking to come play me. And he plays seasons, by the way, which is fucking annoying because it's like playing on slow motion. And I think it was like 24 or whatever. But I was like, oh, you won't come on, like, because he got beat last time. So he came on and he beat me 6-0 or 6-1, I think it was. And he put up a picture. And then I changed formation. I was beating him like 6-0 and then 6-1 after me winning.
Mm-hmm.
But he won't play for Ultimate Team. And it's like, if you play FIFA, you have to try Ultimate Team. It's fucking phenomenal. I only got into it like last 2 years ago, and it's just great. But when you play
with
this,
money, isn't it? Tempting. If
yeah.
you've got it.
See, the thing is, though, you can beat people with really good teams. I remember thinking that you get a really good player, and it is pay to win broken. It's not really. It will if you have you can keep up with it without paying. Put it that way, but.
But the thing is, though, you can't just go in and pay. Like, you have to be somewhat good at the game too. Like,
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, I'll be people like I'll give you a story. A friend of mine, Chris Cooper, who's actually the one who went to Man United with me. He and me were playing, and I was winning every game. It was something like fucking 76-20, and he packed a guy called Rude Gullop, who was worth 7 million. He sold him, had a full icon team, which icons is like memorable players from the past. They're really high rated, and I was in the 80s and he was in the 90s now, and I still beat him. It's like he's raging. So it does obviously have an effect, but if you're shite at FIFA, you'll be shite at FIFA with a good team. So, are you excited to play it at all? Like last year, did you get into it?
I got into it when we were playing it like for a bit, but
so you need to be using Footbin because it tells you what cards are worth. It tells you for SBCs, which is like kind of puzzles that you can do to get like new packs. Because you have like packs that you'll have players that aren't worth anything. But then what will happen? There'll be an SBC, and then a certain random player will be really rare, so the price goes up. So there's a whole economy behind it. But I'm really looking forward to that. But apart from that, I've been playing obviously Armored Core, which we'll get into in a second. Have you been playing anything else you want to touch on before we penetrate Armored Core?
No, I don't think so.
The only two other things I want to touch on, obviously Code Tour. Bobby, I can't. I'm sorry.
I'm really just you're like, not gonna lie,
mate. If I made you play Code Tour and you had no memory, you would put it down.
I'm a big Star Wars fan, like, so I would play it.
It's rough.
That's not, man. That's so good.
It's Mass Effect 1. Like, Mass Effect 1's rough, and I like Mass Effect 1. And I'm not when as rough as in a bad game. It's just, it's hard to get into in fucking 2023. But Persona 5 I was playing on my Switch just during times of work. Yeah. Or no, Persona 4, sorry. Persona 4 Golden. I mean, I played Persona 4 Golden on the Vita, put in maybe 10 hours, played 30 hours of Persona 5. They're not for me, but I don't know why I'm going back and I'm playing that. Is it something that's ever appealed to you, the Persona games?
Yeah, probably too long for me.
Yeah, they're like hundreds of hours. Life sims. So the cool thing is, like, obviously you've got relationships out in the open world. You do things, and you may level up skills by doing things that obviously relate to the dungeons as well. But it's a game that I'm just playing. I don't really get the hype. They all say senpai a lot and sensei, but I've been playing that. Also, the main thing to talk about, Bobbert, before we get into it, item 5, obviously, Armored Core 6 reviews. So let's see what it's overall. Well, actually, we'll not do the overall. So currently, GameSpot give it an 8 out of 10. Destructoid give it a 9 out of 10. Eurogamer give it a 10 out of 10. IGN an 8. And then Xbox Era give it a 6. And I sent this in there because they gave Redfall an 8.5.
Good game.
That is bias. Jesus Christ. Did you see the review? It's like, some of the graphics are gorgeous when they load. I'm like, what? Why would you say that? So overall, it's sitting at 87 on a PS5, which is kind of what we were expecting. Maybe we've even been a wee bit higher than I expected. But what's your thoughts on the reviews and the kind of reception? Let's get it. Let me hear what your kind of thoughts are on everything from just what you've been reading and what you've been hearing.
So it all seems quite positive, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Apart from people saying that it's really hard.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't speak to that yet because I haven't tried it. I know a lot of people you were saying then they were like stuck on the first boss, but then you went and beat it.
So,
and obviously you're notoriously bad gamer at the minute, so it must be that hard.
Oh yeah, because I was bad at. When we played Warzone, I actually want to play Warzone again. I've downloaded it.
Yeah, I have downloaded.
When we all played Warzone, there was no problem with how bad I was. This wasn't a thing. It was just like, yeah, grand. But we should play Warzone with real sense. But we'll get into that later. Anyway, so I'm not a bit of history. I'm a FromSoft fan from Demon's Souls onwards, but mech games aren't really my thing. Ace Combat, auto lock on stuff, I'm not a huge fan of. So obviously I bought Armored Core on PS5. Friday, I actually got playing it quite late on Friday. First impressions were, I for some reason thought it was going to feel very fluid, to use a Kieran Captain Fluidity term. I thought it was going to feel like, obviously you're a big heavy mech, but I thought like, you'd be really light and kind of jotting around the place. First impression right away was, it's not like that. And the frame rate, it has issues. Everyone's going online about how smooth it is. I was like, nope, this is still Elden Ring frame pacing. So I noticed it was a bit jittery. And I automatically was like, ugh. Set off. Controls were a bit iffy. And then I remember I was just playing through it. First levels, you were coming up against some enemies. I wasn't a big fan of the aiming. It auto targets. And it just kind of felt very passive. So went through the first level. You've got a nice kind of jump ascension that you kind of stay mobile in the air. You can boost, which I didn't know at this stage. You've got kind of like 4 weapons that you can use. You've got like a right-hand weapon that's typically like a machine gun or a plasma rifle. Melee on the left. You've got a rocket on the back, or you can have a rocket on 2 parts of your back. But basically, I put it on. Was playing it. Got to the helicopter battle. Didn't realize it was the boss. Near beat him. It maybe did take me about 4 times, but the problem was I didn't even realize that there was a boost. So, yeah, I didn't think it was hard. But there's people on like Steam being like, this took me 9 hours and they give up. And I'm like, if you can't beat that, just give up in the game because it's fucking ridiculous. It wasn't hard. But the graphics aren't great. It actually gives me a very, very much I get where people are coming from, out of PS3 style game. Like, some of it looks good, but then some of the areas, I think one of the first area, I'm not even sure what this is supposed to be. It's, you run about in your mech and it looks like they're supposed to be skyscrapers. I don't even know if they are, but they are really like low quality. Like kind of, not skyscrapers, probably, like supposed to be like kind of buildings. But it does look quite dated. It actually reminds me of there's a game on PS2 called Destroy All Humans. Not Destroy All Humans, sorry. I was playing that recently. what was the one with you're like King Kong and you can obviously do fighting, you know what I'm on about?
Yeah, I know what you're on about. I can't
Yeah, it
remember
was
the
like a
name though.
fighter, but you're running about like a city, but it's like kind of
Yeah.
fucking like, it actually felt like a bit like that. I was like, I don't know how I felt about this. But I kept playing it. First boss wasn't an issue. Realized the dash and that helped. And I continued on and I just went, I might just stop. This is not for
Oh
me.
really?
Yeah, like actually I was like, this is not a good game. This is not my type of game. Um so played a wee bit more. Had a cool scene that happened. It was jittery and I was just kind of left that night where I was like, yeah, like a 2.5 out of 5. It's not great. That night I went to bed, but you told me about the PS4 version. And mate, the funny thing is, because I was reading about this and I was saying like there was nowhere online that was saying about this PS4 version apart from that Twitter thread.
Yeah.
Everything was online. Like IGN put up kind of a frame rate analysis, and it said 30. It didn't say anything about like playing backwards compat. So downloaded the PS4 version to try it. Game changer, lock 60. Like completely. I was like, okay, this is this. So if you're playing Armored Core 6 on the PS5, stop what you're doing right now and go in the PS4. But there's people, or go for the PS4 version if you bought it digitally. But there's people online saying, no, it's locked. Mine's locked. I'm like, they're land bastards.
I just
So
don't know the difference really, probably.
quality wise, I can't tell any difference. Because the frame rate, you'd rather a perfect frame rate than something that might look a wee bit better, but you don't even notice it because it's the frame
That
pace
was
and shit
similar
anyway.
to the Elden Ring. It was like quality wise, it was like the same resolution, but it was like textures of the grass and stuff. But it was like
The more grass.
it was like minimal from what you would notice.
So there's a problem with FromSoft. Like I don't know how they can keep doing this. So maybe Armored Core would be better on a Xbox, is what I'm thinking. Because obviously it was better on Elden Ring on the Xbox for you, like, because of VRR. So it could be the case that it's for that. But the PS5 version, I just deleted it as soon as I seen it. I was like, no, I'm gonna
Saying
just do
that,
the PS5 version.
the PC version is meant to be phenomenal.
So this is what I've just downloaded the PC version to try that after. I want to try it with keyboard and mouse. So it's going to be 120.
Yeah.
But the having the lock 60 was very nice. But I continued on. Realized that you could change binding. So it was a bit awkward at the start. So jumps X. Boost was square, I think. You had L. I don't remember what L1 done on the list, right? But I changed around my settings. So I've now moved my jump, because your jump's your flight, by the way. So you use that to stay airborne. So I changed that to L1. And I changed my dash to the R3 button. And the game just kind of changed almost. It was kind of like, oh, this is actually fun because I feel like I'm in control of my traversal. Because if you jumped before and you're trying to stay boosting the air, you couldn't move your analog stick. So I don't know what earth they thought that was a fine button to have, because you're going to try and stay airborne, but you can't look around.
Aye.
So it was a fucking faff. But once that happened, I started kind of getting more into it. And then there was more tutorials, because obviously a lot of people, I know yourself, don't play mech games. There's a lot to mech games. People say they maybe get overwhelmed with, the amount of customization and so on. But there's a tutorial and it does it really well. So you may do a mission and it unlocks one tutorial, and then you do another mission and it unlocks another one, and they reward you with kind of weapons and armor. But it's almost just teaching you about the game.
Yeah.
But I really like that, because then it would give me kind of an idea of what to do even further. But then what happened with the customization is, the more you play, you find out, okay, well, there's different types of legs that change how your mech operates. So, for example, you can have like a tank base, but the reason you would want a tank base is there's no recoil on certain weapons, like your big fucking bazookas. Whereas if you use that on a light mech, what will happen is you'll fly in the air trying to use your bazooka, and it basically staggers you for a second. So there's kind of like a trade-off when, okay, well, I know I'm going up against this person, so I need to use this mech or this setup, and that's where it comes up to. And I know you were kind of put up
That's what I
off.
don't like.
But then, see, to be fair, the customization, it's not too bad. Like, I actually wrote down here, if you look at COD, right, when you're using a gun on COD, it's the same type of concept, like different types of, you could change a gun, but then you can change parts on that gun. But also what you can then do is you can then change, remember you can press square on the COD and you can kind of go in and even change like little levels on shit. Do you know what I'm on about? The COD has much more customization than this, in my opinion, so far.
Mm-hmm.
Like, obviously, there's a lot of variety, but in terms of, you're not picking a gun and then having to go in and customize the gun and all that shit. Do you know what I mean? So it isn't as daunting as you may think. Now, I spent an hour last night watching Fat Fidge's beginner's guide, and it kind of it kind of taught me more. Like, so maybe that's kind of required viewing. I don't think it is, but it did kind of make me think. Okay, well, this is what these settings mean. You know, it kind of lets you understand. You know, really kind of what build you want to go for. So the cool thing is you can make a build, save it their preset. So I made like a light preset, a heavy, a medium, and then when you go in a game, if you get stuck on a boss, you can just swap out that preset and then swap out the weapons as well. So it is kind of like I had a mission there 3 times in the mission, different presets for different parts. But it's the bad thing in it, and I'll say this: I had a mini boss battle that you needed to have like a light build, and then I'm going straight into the boss fight that I need a heavier build and different setup that I know about, and I have to let myself die because I have to change my weapons. There's no thing in between that's letting you change. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or if it is, I didn't see it. Arena mode's quite cool. So you can go up against like enemy AI and get rewards from it. And that reward, what it allows you to do is it's like chips that you can upgrade your mech. You know, maybe you want to higher the damage or whatever like that. And then obviously I haven't tried PvP yet, but
not ready for the PvP yet.
No. 2 things I want to talk about. There's a set piece in this, and to be fair, on PS5 version, it was a bit meh on it, didn't care. See, doing it at 60, at lock 60 on PS4 version. This was fucking incredible. It's like one of the coolest scenes this year. Spoilers for like 4 episodes in, missions in. There's like a big fuck off mech, and I mean like it's like an AT-AT from Star Wars, but massive, like fucking huge. And you take it down, and it's like, right, it's going to explode, get off it. And this is all seamless. And the whole thing's fucking going mental and blowing up. But it's like, you know, remember in Battlefield 4 when the thing falls? The fucking, forgetting it. What's the name? Skyscraper?
Skyscraper. Yeah.
It's like that scene, and you're walking away. And you kind of turn the camera to watch yourself, and you're doing like a slow walk, and there's just explosions and smoke and everything. And it was just fucking, it was incredible. I was like, that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
And it just beat Act 1. So I'm glad I beat Act 1 because Act 1, the final boss on that was quite hard, and I can see why people were getting stuck on him. He was quite hard if you didn't know what build. So it doesn't seem it's more difficult. It seems that you just need to understand what weapon to use and where, basically, rather than being actually difficult.
Yeah.
And that's the issue. So overall, it's good. I wouldn't say yeah. I wouldn't say I'm in love with it. I would say I'm, you know, if they turned and said no more Armored Core games after this, I'd be like, okay. I don't see me doing a replay on it, but I did have it. Like, I'm kind of waking up in the morning going, I want to play Armored Core, which is weird because when I'm playing it, I'm just kind of like, meh. So,
will you beat it?
I don't know. If I don't know, what is it? Free acts? I think maybe free acts. Act 1's already beat.
I thought there was 5.
Maybe there's 5. I don't know. Do you know? I think I'll try. And to be fair, like I might like it more because people online, you know, I heard I wanted to actually listen to Kind of Funny. Your man was going nuts about it. They're all like, Blessing was saying, "Oh, it rips or whatever." It's good. It's okay. It's good. I think you'll like it actually. Truthfully, I think you would need to maybe play with it a bit, but I think if you play with it a bit, you'd probably like it more than me.
I'm gonna try it today.
I think you would turn around. And now I might like it even more on the PC. And this is the caveat. It's like I might actually like it more on keyboard and mouse. The problem I don't like about it is I don't like the auto lock on. It's just
is that always, you can't take that off at all?
So what it does, right? If you put your cursor over it, your screen will basically, you put your right analog stick over someone and it'll just do a auto lock on, and it's not a full lock on, but it's the same stage. It's like it's just not as fun. You know, you're taking kind of all the aiming out of it. If it had like kind of free aiming style, I think it would be better. Way better, actually. I'm surprised they don't. I get why they're wanting to do that because you are obviously, it's very much more about your traversal than your shooting. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But the boss I just fought, you know, a lot of dashing. I wouldn't say it's as good as Returnal in that sense, but it was a good fight. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I must have died about 7 times. No iframes. No. No. But yeah, I don't know what I honestly don't really know what to make of it. The game it most reminds me of, and it's a game I was actually really disappointed at, was Metal Gear Solid 5. Now, the reason that was
a lot of people saying that.
Oh, really? Has there?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people
Ah,
comparing it to Metal
okay.
Gear and the mission structure and things like that.
It's more that, yeah, like mission, this, what you do. It's all gameplay oriented. People are giving off about the story. Who cares about the fucking story?
It's a
It's not a
FromSoft
game.
game, like that them story. Apparently, most of the story in this is told by your audio logs and stuff like that that you find.
Now, this is why I got annoyed with Metal Gear originally, is because I played Metal Gear for the story. And then when you took out the story, you had a gameplay. It was me. Actually, it made me want to re-download Metal Gear and actually play that. You know that?
Really?
Yeah. But I do like it. I just don't know how much I like it. And that's the truth of it. But no, to me, in your debate, it's in my opinion, it's not better than Sekiro. No.
Thank you.
I didn't expect it to be, but I'm saying, all I'm saying is you have to be open-minded.
No, but that was just for an argument.
You know, you always do that though. You're like, oh, I won't.
But
like,
you can see my logic. Like, it's not going to be better than Sekiro to me because I don't like Mac games. I'm not attracted to Macs.
But how do you know?
But I just know. Like, I'd happily just still not play this game at all. Not once. Like, it just doesn't bother me.
I think you should. I think you should try.
I'm going
to
try it just for the crack, but I would happily not. Like, I'd happily go and fucking play something else.
Yeah, like it is a weird game. It's I hope they don't do another one. At the moment, I'm saying, like, please, you guys are good. Just do something else. But people are loving it. Like, people online on Steam, their reviews are fucking insane. People are being, saying it's very hard. I beat a boss. I think people are really challenging him. I actually watched Asmon go wipe on it. He was hard. Like, it kept killing me. But there is a method, a weapon that you need to kill him, kind of thing. That was the problem. Do you know what I mean? So people are not really understanding that your build is very important. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So there's the boss before him was very quick. So I was like, well, if I'm going to be really slow, he's going to not annihilate me. So then I make a quick build. And this is what you'll like. Think about like kind of heavy fat rolls compared to dexterity builds where you can go really quick. You can do that. Like, you can go really quick on your builds. And once you kind of learn that, you're like, okay, actually, this is fun, where you have like fucking multiple boosts and you're streaming about.
Yeah.
But so I'm wondering what's going to be like on PC if I'm interested, so I'm going to give that a blast as well. But yeah, I have Metal Gear kind of interest now. So you're going to give it a go after the pod then?
Yeah, I'm going to render it all out and then stick it on just to get a feel for it.
Version of PS4.
I've the PS5 installed, like, I don't know.
If you play the PS5, you'll not like it. You'll literally be put off.
Even if I'm just trying it.
Yeah. 100%. It needs to be the PS4. In my opinion, it is a game changer going, because it's just so, like, imagine Returnal with frame drops. Would you really want that? That would be the same. You need that kind of locked, that you're not worrying about the performance and you kind of get the flow on nicely. But yeah, so I will have even more impressions next week, I'm guessing. But that is all for now. I'll even try I'm gonna try the PC after, so I might have that. But yeah, the PvP would be good. Like, it is like the combat when you go 1v1. There's moments where you do 1v1, and it is good. I'm like, you know what, this is fun, and you're doing your build against someone else's build. So there's a lot of customization on it, and some people are making some fucking crazy looking mechs as well, which is cool. But if you were put off with the amount of customization, I wouldn't even say it's that bad. It's not. But there's a few things to understand in your stats, which could be quite confusing. But other than that, it's nothing really. You can press triangle, it opens your stats, like really in-depth detail. You don't need to do that. It's not even like, it isn't even as in-depth as like fucking GT. I think you were maybe thinking it would be like Gran Turismo, where you can go like your sliders on shit and all that.
Yeah.
It's not like that. It's just to pick your load out, basically. It's the way it feels. So other than that, games releasing this week. We have 2 games. Starfield, which is out, the early upgrade, September 1st. Now, I have one question.
Yeah.
Is there anything that'll make you not buy this early access?
Me? No, I'm buying it 100%.
Comes out and it's touted as a fucking shit show. Would you still buy it?
Yes.
Okay.
That's not going to happen. Fuck's sake, let's be honest.
I won't. What do you rate? I want predictions from you.
Right.
We maybe done this last week, didn't we?
I would have.
Right, we'll do it one more time because it's the week before. Fuck it.
It's probably going to be different now.
Probably will. Well, I think last week we said it can't be. This can't hit the 8s.
It's not going to. I honestly don't see this hitting the 8s. You are going to get people.
I don't think it can hit 9s. If it hits 9s, I'll be disappointed.
Seriously, are you expecting 10s around the board?
Yeah,
I'm expecting 9s and 10s.
Needs to be 10s. I want Elden Ring level of hype.
Yeah. Oh yeah. In terms of hype, yeah, that's what that's what I'm looking for.
The problem that I'm gonna have is if it hits that hype, you'll have people like Kieran that I don't mind, by the way, but Kieran will just send in things from fucking Twitter of the Xbox fanboys and being like, "Fuck you, PlayStation." I don't hear. It's like fucking. I hate that fucking. I just hate hearing about fucking console wars. But I hope it does fucking get Elden Ring hype because I need something really insane to kind of like Armored Core. I was hoping Armored Core would be it, where it's like my game of the year, and I was like, oh. So where's that leave me? Like as much as I like Baldur's Gate, it's still not it for me. You know what I mean? Even as much as I like Zelda, it still wasn't it. So this year, everyone's saying how good it is. I haven't found a game this year that's like fuck. This is it for me. You know what I mean? So hopefully Starfield's there. We do have Sea of Stars, which is releasing on PC, PS5, PS4, Series XS, One, and Switch. Has a demo out, I believe, at the moment on Switch and PC. I'm not too sure if it's on the consoles. And it's also coming to Game Pass and PS Extra day one, August 29th, which they made a game called The Messenger. Have you heard of that game, Bobby?
No.
I think it's like a Metroidvania. Very well rated. So interesting. It's a classic style RPG, something like Chrono Trigger style, Fantasy 6. Looks interesting. Well written reviews before I give it a go. Those have to hit like I won't give any of those a go unless they're like hyped. But other than that, Bobby, have you anything you want to
add? No.
Fanny fart. That's it. So next week, Starfield, big week, and obviously Bobby will have some Armored Core impressions as well as my final impressions, hopefully, as well as any other game. There's no other game. I might try Sea of Stars. So September 1st is the first. Sea of Stars is Sea of Stars Tuesday.
Yeah, it's Game Pass and PS Plus.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm going to play it. I'll play it for impressions at least. Other than that, peace out, A-Town. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.